Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on our latest all-new edition of the Milford Informer. Once again, I am your host and Milford TV's Executive Director, Tim Coet. We hope everyone has been continuing to enjoy this summer season. We're back with an all-new edition of the Informer tonight after a little bit of a hiatus. We've been taking it a little easy here on our Informer schedule during these summer months, but we're so excited to be back with you tonight to share with you some very interesting events from across the community. Let's get you caught up on everything you need to know with our top stories rundown. Tonight, we take you over to Waters Corporation to share details on their recent Student Academy internship, which provided students from across the state an opportunity to explore STEM-based careers. Also tonight, we take a look back at the Fiesta Shows carnival, and we'll highlight a few special festivities that were held on the carnival's opening night, courtesy of the 4th of July Parade Committee. And also tonight, we put a wrap on the 2023 Milford Legion Baseball season with a look at the top plays from our Milford TV coverage. Recently, the Waters Corporation hosted a student internship opportunity here at their Milford location. This was a great opportunity to bring students from across the state in to gain valuable experience and learn about career opportunities within the various STEM fields. Our Milford TV Member Services Coordinator, Michelle Hebsche, brought some of our interns over to Waters Corporation to cover this internship program.
I'm Stephanie Kenny, the Director of Global Philanthropy here at Waters Corporation. We are very excited to host students this year for our third ever Waters Student Academy. Our students come from area high schools in Milford, as well as Boston and some of our other surrounding towns, and they join us for a 5-week program where they're coming to Waters to learn all about STEM careers, what is out there for them, and to really just be exposed through hands-on experiences.
My name is Damien. I learned about the Waters internship through my school. Like, my principal just sent out a couple emails to kids, and I got one of the emails. I filled out the form, and now I'm here.
I'm Josh, and what I've learned about the Waters internship program is it really tells us about the future of medicine, stuff like that. It could help the future of science, engineering, and I love engineering because it's more hands-on. So yeah, that's it.
I'm JD. We go to the Burke in Dorchester. So my school has a biotech pathways classes, and so my I'm really interested in that, and my teacher kind of recommended me like a lot of internships and programs for the summer, and this is the one that I landed on.
My name is Camila Carvalho. At MHS, our principal sent out an email regarding the internship, so I applied. I applied on the day that it was due, but I applied, and here I am.
STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. And careers in STEM are important because they're how we push innovation, how we drive solutions for things that matter. And it's how we at Waters are helping to build a diverse pipeline with the Waters Student Academy. It's important to us to be representative of the communities where we live and work. And by building a diverse pipeline of students who come through the STEM Academy with Waters Student Academy, they are getting exposure through that hands-on experiences through different areas of the business, different areas of science, and different areas of engineering.
STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. And it's important because it basically builds everything, and everything you look at nowadays is somehow related to STEM, and it continues to push the future.
STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. And careers in STEM is important because, like I said before, future, it's really like helping out the future because there's current like diseases that are incurable and stuff like that. So it could help others that are suffering from diseases.
STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. Careers in STEM are important to really advance the future, especially people of color and women.
Yeah, like he said, STEM is sort of science, technology, engineering, math, and like all those things. It's all about problem solving for me, and the jobs and like careers within STEM are usually about solving the problems that like the human race just has, making life easier, and yeah, just like making things better for people.
Over the course of the 5 weeks with us, the Water Student Academy students are exposed to different areas of our business through hands-on learning. They join our research lab where they're doing hands-on chromatography. They're going into our manufacturing areas where they're making check valves by hand and then testing them to make sure that they would pass a QC test of our own. They had fun with our chemistry team doing science experiments yesterday. They're in the labs with our chemistry team, pipetting and learning more about our instrumentation. And they also learn about soft skills. So we partner them up with mentor teams who help them to really navigate what it's like to work in an office. They learn about the areas of the business where maybe you are adjacent to a STEM career. So within HR or communications, finance, those kinds of areas as well. It's really encompassing everywhere that you could work within Waters so that they have a full, broad range of experiences while they're here.
For sure, my favorite activity is when we created the valves. I've learned so much about it because since we created it, it was more hands-on first, and I could understand how fast they create equipment and stuff like that. But the valves, what I learned about it is how easy they cleanse things, clean other materials that go inside of it and come out.
Yeah, it's like the day where we went through the chromatography parts and the engineering section where we kind of made a prototype of the product that they have with the check valves and stuff, and we made it, and it kind of sort of just, it was the most interesting to me because I could see the parts they use and recognize some of it, and you can learn the process behind a lot of the things that we see.
So my favorite activity so far was at the beginning. We went through R&D and we built this cool pump container, and I learned even when you make a mistake, you don't have to completely scrap everything. You can just figure out different ways to fix it.
My favorite activity was probably one I was doing just now, the microtoxin, finding it in food. I feel like what I learned from it is more there are different ways, different things that are in our foods or in different products that we own that we don't necessarily see. I feel like the experiment that I did just helped, expand my view on stuff.
My project is the future of medicine, and it relates to science because it could help the future of medicine since it could really help others, and it's I'm seeing the same thing over and over again because it's really the key factor of everything. So it could help others that are suffering from diseases and stuff like that.
Our project was about neurological diseases and disorders because a lot of people in our group had family members with issues like that, and we kind of all came around diagnosing and detecting those things because ours was about the mysteries in the body, and we landed on that. And the project itself is trying to solve a problem for a specific group, and you'd create a statement around that, trying to fix that thing, and it relates to STEM because it's problem solving, we're trying to solve problems for people.
Project that my group is working on, we're working on solar energy for cars, different energies, just a new option to reduce environmental impact. It relates to STEM because we're using basically all of science, technology, engineering, and math to incorporate these new ideas.
My team is working on presenting a way to diagnose early on heart disease and heart failure through surveys, and it's relating to STEM because we're gonna have a bunch of tech. We were discussing whether or not we could have a tech jacket that would check their heart most of the times. Then we'd have to engineer a way to go in and have deeper sensors in their heart.
The Waters Student Academy started 3 years ago with just 8 students. They came in from Boston, and each year we've learned and we've grown more. Last year we had 16 students who joined us. This year we have 25 here in Milford, and we also have a location in the UK who hosted another 10 students as well. So we're really excited to see the growth of the program, not only here with our own students in Milford, but also overseas.
The Fiesta Shows Carnival made a return trip here to the Milford community, a great success for the carnival, which took place in the final days of the month of July. Now, as part of the grand opening for the carnival, the Milford 4th of July Parade Committee was able to hold their Kids Bike Parade. They were also able to present their Milfordian of the Year award prior to the official opening of the Fiesta Shows Carnival. We were able to cover all of those festivities over at Pheno Field, courtesy of our producer, Patrick Garapi.
Chrissy Ferreira, ladies and gentlemen, our Milfordian of the Year.
My name is Chrissy Ferreira, and I've lived in Milford my entire life. One of my favorite things about being involved in the community is I've met a ton of great friends that all care about the community, and they care about people in need. No judgment at all, and we're all there just to make Milford a better community.
What she's done for those less fortunate in our area, it's remarkable.
The thing that's inspired me the most is that people were so happy to get up on board. Once I started all the programs that I run, I didn't have a problem having people step up and try and help out, so I wasn't doing it alone.
It's folks like Chrissy who really make a town a community, and that's what all of this is.
A lot of people talk about wanting to have things change, and I think it's important to kind of walk the walk and make the change. Milford bands together. In times of need, it takes a couple of posts, a few phone calls, and we make it happen.
My name's Joe Callery. I am one of the co-members of the Milford 4th of July Parade Committee and also part of the Friends of the 4th of July Parade Committee. So putting the parade together, it's an all-year type of thing. We tend to start like around January, February to really get the ball rolling, but you know, right after the first parade or after the parade, we're immediately talking about the next one. What can we do to better it? We have a lot of people on our parade committee that do this, and I think we all should win Milfordian of the Year, but other people go above and beyond us just getting a parade. It's just something we feel like we don't showcase pride of our community and some people that are leaders in our community. And it's just a great way to show.
Democracy, a lot of people know as a noun, but it really is an adjective. It's active, and whether it's getting people out to vote or it's taking care of your community, Chrissy really represents that. Thank you so much for all your work.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
As it has been a few weeks since we were last on air with a new edition of the Milford Informer, we wanted to take you back through our final coverage of the season for the 2023 Milford Legion baseball team. It was another terrific regular season and a good run through the Zone 4 playoffs for Milford Post 59. So here is a look back through some of our best moments of our coverage of Milford Legion baseball.
The pitch on the outside corner for strike 3 has Meal frozen. He's caught looking for the second at bat tonight, and that strands 2 runners aboard. 14 walks, that by far and away leads the team. No other hitter in the Milford lineup has reached double digits, but no walk this time for Lee. Instead, he sends it back up the middle for a hit. Here comes McGee around from third base. The throw in is going to be cut off on the middle of the infield. Throw down to second base is not in time, so it is an RBI single for Keith Lee. He takes second base on the throw, and Milford finally breaks the deadlock. They take a 1-0 lead. They look to have a club here that has a very high ceiling, both offensively, defensively, on the pitcher's mound as well. A very well-rounded team. As Keith Lee gets into this pitch, drives it deep out to left field. That is over the head of Bellafato and all the way to the fence. They will wave the runner around from first base. McGee will score as Keith Lee winds up at second base with a ringing RBI double that gives Milford now a 3-0 lead. With Lewis Consigli at first. Had the walk that drove D'Angelo off the mound as this ball is sent out into left field, down for a base hit. Burchard screaming around third base. He will score as the ball comes trickling back into the infield. An RBI single for Jack Krause. Makes it a 5-0 lead now for Milford. Northborough now down to their final strike. Wilkie to the set. Here is the 2-2 pitch, and it's swung on and missed for strike 3. Blows a fastball past Holman. 2 Ks in the inning for Tyler Wilkie, and that finishes off a 5-1 victory here tonight for Milford Post 59 over Northborough. Sean McGee leading away from first. And now Cornelius sends this ball out towards right field. Backpedaling dangerously is Connor Bolak. He can't make the play. It ticks off his glove. And now they will wave Lewis Consigli around from second base. He scores. Hesitation from Koch. Now the pitch. Low for ball 2. Snap throw from Lee down to second base. And they get it there in time for the out. A base running blunder for Isaiah Smith. North County, who suddenly had all the momentum going in their direction, run their way out of this top of the 5th inning. A new pitcher on for Post 59 as we begin the 6th, as Colin Burchard is now out there. He replaces Nick Koch. Comes a 1-2 pitch, and it's swung on and missed. Comes a 1-2 pitch, and it's swung on and missed. Nobody on, an 0-2 pitch coming up, and it drops in for a called strike 3. Doesn't get much better than that. Colin Burchard comes out of the bullpen, strikes out the side in order. Comes set. Pitch is a fair ball, lined past the first baseman, and 2 runs are going to score for Post 59 on a 2-run double for Sean McGee. Place that ball in between the first base bag and the first baseman Downing. And 2 big insurance runs cross the plate for Post 59. And now Lee with a swing and a line drive past the third baseman, down the left field line. 2 runs are going to score for Milford. McGee and Wilkie cross the plate. Evan Cornelius goes first to third as Keith Lee rumbles into second base with a 2-run double. And Milford now is going to take a 3-0 lead. Matt Kelly plays right field and bats 6th, with Owen Cooney, the third baseman, batting 7th. Tim Moyna catches and bats 8th, and in the 9th spot is the second baseman, Brady Fenner. Shayna with a strikeout to open up this 2nd inning. First K for Tyler Calden. And dots the outside part of the plate with a called strike 3. And that will end the inning. He bookends the frame with Ks. And we're done with 2 now here at Pheno Field. It is Milford 4, Maine South nothing. Very good defense and another quality starting pitching performance. Here Paliuka hits a ground ball. That's going to sneak through the right side. And Wilkie rounds third base. He will score. Sylvia digging for third base. He'll get there. It's an RBI single for Paliuka. Batting in place of Ryan Shayna, who started the game as the DH. We saw him at third base, and now Fenner takes a called strike 3, and that brings an end to the inning. And we should start to see some exits from the dugout. Indeed we do, as We've got the 10-run lead for Post 59 at the close of 6 innings of play, so that will wrap this one up a bit early, as Milford will earn the Mercy Rule victory over Maine South of the 2023 Zone 4 playoffs. The regular season has come to a conclusion. We're already a couple of games deep into this Zone 4 playoff run, and Milford right now undefeated in these Zone 4 playoffs, looking to keep it that way here this afternoon as they take on a Zone 4 rival in Hudson, Post 100. 15 pitches so far in this top of the first inning. Hoping to bring an end to it right here. So 2 pitch, and it's on the outside corner for strike 3. So Hudson with an opportunity here in the first inning, putting 2 on with nobody out against Cornelius, but Evan able to settle back down and get out of the jam unscathed. Here's the 1-2 pitch now, and that is on the inside corner for strike 3, and now Sequenzia upset as he was bailing. Long look in this time for Cornelius as the pitch he wants. Here's the 2-2, and it's on the outside corner for strike 3. A couple of called strikeouts in the inning for Evan as he settles in with a 1-2-3 second. So the bases are loaded now with nobody out, and Evan Cornelius at the plate, a chance to help his own cause here on the pitcher's mound. And now sends a high chopper to the left side. The throw to the plate gets the out there on Koch. The throw to first base not in time for a double play. Hudson in tight at the corners as Smith now sends this ball on a bounce to first base, out of the glove of the first baseman. Now the throw over to first is in time to get the out there. Milford will get a run. Single in the first and then a ground out to second base in the third inning. And now a ground ball hit through the left side. They'll wave the runner around from second base. Here comes Paliuka's throw. It's going to be cut off. The throw now into second base is going to be there in time to get Kellum, who wandered too far away from the second base bag. But the run does score, so it's an RBI single for Long, who's able to collect another hit off of Cornelius. And this time, a run batted in to go along with it. And so the inning comes to an end with the score now tied. 1 ball and 1 strike. McGee has grounded out to first and struck out looking against Pavia today. Now sends the ball to the right side, and a diving catch is made by Jackson Sequenzia. That ball looked to be ticketed for right field, but Sequenzia robs McGee of a hit. A sparkling defensive play for the Hudson second baseman, and Post 100 now 1 out away from a major upset victory. And meanwhile, the pitch count limit is reached for Pavia, so he will exit the game with the bases empty and 2 outs. Just unable to finish this one off. A lot of hard throwers on the mound all game long for both of these teams, as Koch now sends a routine ground ball to second base. It eats up Sequenzia, and he can't make the play. And so this one not over quite yet. If you're Coach DeVito, you're likely keeping the stop sign on here for Dennison on the 3-1 pitch as well. Indeed, and it misses for ball 4. A lot of activity in the Milford dugout now. Here's the 3-0. It is high for ball 4. Back-to-back walks. And Milford has the bases loaded. The tying runs are on. The winning run now at the plate, all with 2 outs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Cornelius sends it through the left side for a base hit. 1 run scores for Milford. Here comes Dennison screaming around from third. He will score. It is a 2-out, 2-run single for Evan Cornelius. And this game is now 4-3. And how monstrously big is that insurance run that Hudson scored in the top half of this inning? That is the difference in this game right now. Cornelius sneaking that ball through the left side, 2-run score, the tying run at second, and now Jacob Smith sends a line drive into the glove of Jason Jacobson's. And just like that, this game comes to an end. Hudson able to hang on for the victory, so it's just the third loss of the season for Milford, but here in the postseason, it puts them now on the brink of elimination.
Unfortunately, the Legion baseball season came to an end a little bit sooner than a lot of the fans expected. A terrific regular season for Post 59 and ultimately a short run through the Zone 4 playoffs, but it was a solid season for Milford once again. We had a blast covering the team, always a great atmosphere over at Pheno Field covering Legion baseball. So congratulations to the team on a great season, and congratulations once again to head coach Steve DeVito with all of his hard work with that Legion baseball program. So we're in a bit of a lull with our sports coverage right now until we get back going again with high school sports coverage, but that is just around the corner. We will be locked and loaded with coverage of the fall sports season for Milford High School for this 2023-2024 school year. And just a heads up to all of the local businesses out there in the Milford area, for the first time, we are looking to partner with local businesses with sponsorship opportunities for our sports coverage. So if you are a business out there that wants to get involved with our sports coverage, an opportunity to have your logos present during our coverage, get involved with our coverage, we certainly encourage you to do so. We have all of the information up on our website, so head over to milfordtv.net to learn more about those sponsorship opportunities. But that's going to wrap things up on this week's edition of the Milford Informer. We'll be back with you again a few weeks from now as we start to gear up for a busy fall ahead here in the Milford community. So we will talk to you again in a few weeks. Until then, from all of us here at Milford TV, this is Tim Coet saying have a great week. So long, everybody.